Hello, I'm Krasi Baylov and I'm part of the project management team at Accedia. As a project manager, I am responsible for the successful execution and delivery of the various projects in the company. The best thing about my job is that it's quite dynamic and quite relevant to my personal and professional interests. And talking about interests, I have lots of them. I am a part-time lecturer at university. I like teaching, mentoring and creating new opportunities for others to learn and get better. And I also like reading a lot. I want to get myself better in various fields like technical and management. While my working days is quite dynamic, I usually have the same morning routines. The first thing I do is to take my kid to the kindergarten. And then my working day starts. I get in the car, I usually listen to some podcasts or audiobooks in my car on the way. Today, for example, I was listening to a book which is called The Influence by Robert Cialdini. Depending on when I have reached the office, I usually spend some time reading a book or news article. At about 9 a.m. I would go to the recreation area for a cup of coffee. I get to meet some of my colleagues and have a quick chat in an informal environment there. As I mentioned, I have a lot of interests. I like constantly developing myself as a professional and sharing my knowledge with others. Within Accedia, I give internal trainings, workshops and presentations. I also like speaking at local and international conferences, as this helps me gain better understanding of what other companies are doing and make some new professional connections. Recently, a small group of people, me included, initiated the Accedia book club. We basically read a single book every month and gather to discuss it from different perspectives. I'm also a part-time lecturer in software architectures. Teaching people, in turn, teaches me how to present information in different ways, and this helps me deal with all types of customers. On the other hand, I like discussing work-inspired practical examples with my students so they get the maximum value out of the courses. I've started my career as a purely technical person, as a software engineer. I have always been interested in software development processes and working closely with clients. I have always been volunteering in taking some additional project management tasks, and here I am now. What is it like to be a PM at Accedia? Well, it's a quite challenging task. You have a lot more responsibilities than other companies, and you have to deal with different types of clients, projects, technologies and problems. It's not easy, but it's really satisfying. What I like most is that this allows me to learn new things much faster and start applying them on a regular basis. I deal with challenges every day. Some of them are more trivial, while others require greater attention and coordination. The best thing about this is that we are all working as a team, and this makes my life a lot easier. Probably the greatest challenge we deal with is dealing with the unknown, starting a project in a completely new domain, new technologies, new people or setup. The best way to tackle this is to believe you can do it and create a working environment in which everyone can show their best. I usually finish my day with a book in my hands. Sometimes I spend an hour or so reading some articles or practicing my coding skills so that I still keep in touch with the technical aspects of my job. I usually make some short plan on prioritizations for what I will be working in the next morning, and then I finish off with reading some short stories to my kid so that she gets to sleep.